Morning fam, day 27. Going into Astorga in the background. This is 8 a.m. in the morning. 8 a.m. in the morning, and it's still dark. Walking into day 26 into Astorga. 9 days to go on my Camino Santer. Bye-bye, San Justo. Bye. With the very interesting church, the parish in San Justo, with a very interesting artwork right there. If you want to know how interesting it is, you'll have to reach out and make a comment and say what was so interesting about it. What was interesting about the artwork? And we'll have to private message you. There you go. In the distance, Astorga and chocolates. Yum. Walking into Astorga. I think that church in the distance is Iglesia St. Francis of Assisi. Right there. There's 3 churches here. Here's St. Francis of Assisi, San Bartolome, and the cathedral, which is in the plaza. So we'll see if we'll see them all. We are 272.4 kilometers away. That's a number we have to continue to walk to get to the Camino. And look at this. We have to go up and over this thing to get to the other side. Woo-woo!
There's a train line.
Oh. Hopefully we get a bullet train to go through so we could actually see one. This is so cool. You know what would make it better? If like when you get to the other side, it's a slide. And the electric train goes through Astorga. See, Anna's excited.
It's the queue for an amusement park ride.
Get to the top. And right there. So in the distance, that's not St. Francis. I think that is the cathedral. And the one here is St. Francis and San Bartolome. So that is Astorga. So Astorga is the crossroads between Madrid and the Bay of Biscay. So it's always been a main thoroughfare. It's more like, as it says, it's more like a marketplace, a large marketplace, because this is where everything comes from Madrid and the other parts and crosses to the other parts of Spain. Supposedly the Margaret something, but descendants of the Berbers, who are descendants from the Mongols who settled here in Asturias. It's so cool that they all have like gardens in their backyard. Yeah.
Buenos días, buen
Buen camino. Like the chickens, backyards, they have everything back there. So sufficient.
Very cool.
Very cool. No trains so far. Waiting for a train. Augusta, Astorga Augusta. This entrance to there, Astorga. And we got the Camino with a suitcase. And over here we have the Confraria de la Santa Vera Cruz y Confayón. Is the Capilla de la Cruz, Santa Vera Cruz. Look at that. Let's give you a wider view. These are the ruins of the Roman baths. And this was part of Rome. That's what it looked like back in the day. The mosaic on the floor that's been unearthed. Wow. Chocolates from Astorga. Freshly made. Yum. Wow. The cathedral. This is the Episcopal Palace of, I guess, Astorga. It's the palace, the Gaudi Palace, next to the cathedral. This is the Gaudi Palace. Wow. Let's go inside. Wow. Here's the dome. St. James. Astorga is the largest diocese in Spain. According to the audio, it's also founded in 254, and the first bishop was a disciple of St. James himself. Ooh. Let's go to the third floor. There's the chapel. There's the dining room back there. Top floor. Replica of the Cathedral of Astorga with the house that we're touring now. Then we go to the bottom floor. We have the catacombs. These are original tiles from the Roman times. Designed by Gaudi for the Bishop of Astorga. I like to joke that maybe that's where they got the name Gaudi. This is a huge palace. And now that is the church. Look, it's Mr. Caterpillar. Getting some water at Murias de Rechivado. Okay, so apparently Astorga is the end of the meseta. So that's why we've been hiking hills. So now we're back to hiking hills as we've left the meseta and passed through Astorga. See in the distance there, looks like they had fires in the hillside. So yeah. So on to our next destination, which is Rabanal, which tomorrow we will be going up to the Cruz de Ferro. So day 27 will be Cruz de Ferro. Today is day 26. Just want to say this is 26 day plus 9 of hair growth, beard and hair. Usually am bald, but the hair is growing in. So what do you think? Should I grow the hair out and shave the beard, or shave the head and keep the beard, or shave the head and shave the beard? Share in the comments. Must have had a fire here. So we're getting rained on and the sun's out. That's not fair. But yep, it's raining. It is raining. This is a little area, Santa Catalina de Somoza, and it has a little washing area. We're going this way. This way, yeah. That way. We're going that way. If you ever wondered what happened to the Native Americans, they went to Spain and conquered. And there you are. They got us back. They got you back.
They got Spaniards.
Okay. Heading to Rabanal, which is over to those mountains over there. Oh, an hour and a half to go. Well, we're definitely out of the meseta, and we have purple flowers, pink, and trees, but we also have hills and ups and downs and ups and downs. But an hour to go and we're at Rabanal, over that hill. What's up, fam? I guess day 26. I guess I should maybe recap the day. We're coming in really late. It's like almost 5 p.m. here. We always come in late. We're not in with a crowd that arrives like at early, like at 1 or 12 or 2. You know, we leave late and we arrive late. You know, there's no need to fight the crowds. But today, especially, we're a little later. We got into Astorga and spent probably a little longer than what we should have. We went to a store and bought some chocolate from Astorga, famous for its chocolate. You know, it's the crossroads, I guess, the trade. So I think I bought about 2.5 pounds of chocolate that I'm carrying, not realizing that I'm gonna have to be carrying this for the next 270 kilometers. So I'm thinking, bought them for my wife and kids. So I'm thinking I'm gonna eat about 2 pounds of this just to lighten the load and just give them half a pound. Maybe. So recap of today, we went to Astorga. The reason why we took so long is we took a tour of the Gaudi Palace. And it's a palace that was designed by Gaudi, and it was for the bishop of, or archbishop of Astorga. And it's the largest diocese in Spain, so it's very wealthy. But the immensity of that palace, that huge mansion palace for a bishop at the time, just astounds me that our bishops literally lived like royalty, like kings. I mean, how much did it cost to build that? And their throne, their private chapels, I don't know. It just, I wasn't in awe, as more of a in shock. It was right next to the cathedral of in Astorga. The frontage, the dome was beautiful. I mean, it had the whole scene of the Passion of Christ. We didn't get to go inside because, again, the church is a museum. I had to pay to get inside, and I figured if we did the tour, we'd never make it to Rabanal because it was getting late. So let me switch to this side. So we started to just walk. I kind of wish that, kind of hope that we took the tour of the church instead of the the palace or the mansion. I would love to see the retablo of that church. It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful, but I guess we'll have to just look at it in pictures. So that's the recap. The changes in scenery from the meseta is astounding. It's trees, forest areas. It's like a change. I'm wearing a net because there's a lot of gnats and flies. Maybe because it's late. Also because it rained. We got rained on. You can see the puddles. And maybe that's attracting the gnats and the flies. Also, the blisters on my right heel is almost completely healed. But I bought these socks that look like Injinji socks from Decathlon, and they're not wool, they're synthetic, and they're rubbing on my plantar, big toes area, and it's feel the heat. So I think there's a blister growing there. Let me switch again to the other side because I can see my finger. So I'm hoping I put on, halfway I took off my socks and put on more Vaseline. So I hope that doesn't happen. So these socks are no bueno. So they're going into the sleeping only socks. And I won't be wearing them on the Camino. I don't think they're meant to be worn for long periods of time. So that's the recap for today. Heading to our hostel and going to mass. There's a mass at 7 p.m. So also here's another thing, inspired moment. Just gonna add that to this. Today is October 12th and it is Spain Day. It's funny because I'm like, oh, it's like your Independence Day, but I forgot Spain doesn't have an Independence Day. We have Independence Day because we declared independence from our colonizers, and Spain is a country that colonized, so a lot of us gain independence from Spain. But they have Spain Day, October 12th, which is also Columbus Day. So inspired moment was we went to a shop and this lady said, share with us, but that today is also Columbus Day, but they don't celebrate that here because they say he discovered the new world, but it was already there. So what's there to discover? I just thought that was inspirational because at least there's that discussion that Spain colonized people, but that's also something that we need to have openly discuss. Revisionist history, discovery of worlds. What does that mean? And we also, on the way, we saw an area that had teepees. So, kind of weird. So, inspired moment, I guess, it had me thinking about how our world treats one another and how we can move forward, knowing our past, knowing our present, and how can we build a better future. Maybe that's with the guidance of the Holy Spirit. And show you beautiful trees. Our destination is right over there, right below, halfway up that mountain range. So I'll see you in a little bit when I show you what we're having for our Peregrino dinner. God bless you, fam, and thank you for praying for me. And you definitely, each step of the way, I'm praying for you. So this is the final hike and trail. There's Sylvia. And we just keep on going. Up, up, up. And Anna comes to meet us. Look at that. Welcome to Rabanal del Camino. Last part uphill. Okay. There we are. Okay, this is where we're staying. Anna picked the one that's right on top of the hill.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can be done with the hill.
Intentionally, yes.
I did.